or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I never saw the signs, you know. But after I was ran over by the guy and everything, maybe like 1 2 days later, I started seeing these bike swap signs all over, everywhere now. It's like a bike swap. I don't know, but I guess it's where you swap your bike out for another bike. And I was like, what the fuck? I get ran over on my bike. Now they got bike swap signs, you know. Um, so it's like they wanted to. It's like they want me to swap my bike out, I guess, so they can examine it. And also, after I swapped it out already for what I thought would have been a better bike before I called, text the guy and tell him I wanted my bike back. Uh, the handlebars of my bike look like somebody been beating on that shit with like a hatchet, like they were trying to chop the thing off of it. And but I got it back. I got it back, and yeah, almost a $90 bike. It runs pretty good, even though I got hit with it. I can't use my front brake no more though until I get a new rim. Once I get the new rim, then I should be able to put my front brake back on, and it should be able to work just how it was working before. It runs all right, you know. It's all right. But it's the first bike I ever had that got a spring in the seat. The seat got a spring. Uh, you know, the most bikes got the springs in the front. Those like bullshit bikes. But this one got the spring in the seat. Which like if you go over a hill or something, the seat got a little spring in it bounce. And I thought that was pretty cool. I never even in my life I used to ride so many bikes. Um, Growing up in Florida, I had a lot of fucking bikes, and I ain't never had a bike that got a spring in the seat. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's all right, you know. It's all right. If I'm able to bring that motherfucker back, I would. I'm gonna show y'all my baby. I'll show y'all. And this when I was just bragging about it. So this is my little bike. It's what I paid $90 for from the little shop. Uh, yeah, so it's all right, but you can't really see how wop the tire is, but it's wop. And when it start riding, it shakes really bad. I can't put my front brakes on because, like I said, after I got hit, it knocked the front brakes off. And in order for me to put it on, the rim would have to be straight. And if I put it on now, the brakes will hug it so tight I won't be able to drive it because of the crookedness in the tire. But it's still a little runner, you know. Still a runner. It's all right. But anyway, yeah, I'm about to head out, and yeah. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe and peace out. Beautiful day. Look at this day, y'all. Look at this day. Nice. I might even go back down by the water before later or after I come back. See the water from here, way over there. Today I was just basically listening to the wind. I didn't listen to the water that much because I left early. My plan was to come listen to the wind and go listen to the water, listen to the birds, um, and enjoy. You know, enjoy this beautiful day. You know, this day off, relax. And y'all, I want to get so happy though, even though I shouldn't be in a happy mood, but I'm so happy because I can't wait to just like get my black ass back to work, man. Oh man, I can't wait. And I already act retarded at work, like I be acting goofy, man, and it already makes me talk a lot, you know. And I don't know. I don't know. I just there's so much that I feel like I want to say, but then again, I feel like nah, I don't. You know. But we'll see how this turns out. You know, this journey. Um, but yeah. Oh, and to make the correction, I bet you if I resist like the white company so much, to see the spoilness in them and the little brat in them, they would probably get a bunch of dickhead black people to like annoy me so much to the point where I wouldn't, it's a tactic to make me, I guess, because of their way of saying, this is what you get, nigga, for rejecting us. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be able to have a faithful relationship or nothing, according to them. Oh, look, there's a sign that says oak on the side of this little thing. So it's made out of oak wood, I guess. Yeah, you can smell it too. It smells like oak wood. Yeah. But all of these tables are flipped upwards because the park is not open yet. It's going to be closed for a couple months, which would be great. I don't know, because my only thing is to get away from all these weirdos and be able to have like, I don't want to share too much, but just to the thing I love about the state is the weather though. And before, real quick, y'all, quick story. Before I first researched it, my researchers was telling me that the West Coast get more rain in the entire United States. Then it showed me that it was what, Alabama or Mississippi that gets the most rain. Out of the entire state and out of all the states in the U.S. Y'all know me. I love the rainy weather and stuff, right? But I also wanted to experience more snow. We only had about 8 or 9 inches, and that was like the most snow I ever seen in my entire life. Now, it snowed twice since I've been living in Florida, that I've seen. But I kind of liked it. I wanted to experience the seasons, and to be able to have your own home experiencing those seasons would be even more better, right? Uh, and so, yeah, you know what? Nah, I don't. Shit. I think I might. I was about to drop too many gems, yeah. But anyway, I'll probably take a few minutes to practice my powers a little bit, a little mental power. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm just joking, but I'll interact with the nature real quick. Listen to the wind and figure out who's talking. Let me tell y'all something, right? I'm going to just share one small thing with y'all, right? And I should say this. And this is going to be weird, right? So right now I'm in a state in where I got ran over, right? I'll tell y'all my ribs hurt, my stomach was hurting. I guess the handlebars must have stabbed me in the ribs or some shit, because it was fucking hurting. My neck was hurting really bad, and my wrist, man, my whole left side, right? And y'all know it happened here in Vermont, right? But did y'all know, right? I can how magical we are as humans, right? Now, y'all remember when I was like in Hong Kong? That's far as hell from Vermont, right? Or China or anywhere, right? I can speak, check this out, as humans. I can speak something right now, right? And you know how I always say we in a giant fish tank? I can speak something right now, standing right here in Vermont, to the wind. And I can have the wind take what I speak right here, right now, and translate that to somebody way in China without a phone and nothing. It's weird. And they can do the same thing, right? But only the people with those abilities can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have understanding. Let's say that. You can understand. Now, all of us have our own special abilities, like special powers and shit like that, Some people can only make the wind blow, push over things, like lift up leaves and shit like that, but that's all they can do. And maybe move aluminum foil paper, but that's all they can do. Some people can use the wind to open and close things, but that's all they can do. Some people can just make the trees blow, but that's all they can do. But there's different people that can do different things. People can really levitate themselves, but that's all they can do. They can't do it that far. They can't run. They can't move. They can only stand still and levitate themselves, but only a little bit. But that's all they can do. Some people can uh, move things with their mind a little bit, but that's all they can do. They can't. But some people can speak and understand languages. They can understand thunder, lightning. They can understand the weather, the wind. They can understand. We are we're something else, man. Uh, and I think about the X-Men, the movie, the fake movie that we know is X-Men, right? We know it's like fake. It's not really real. Or Magneto, Wolverine, and all that. Now I know where they make the movie from. Us, the real humans. We are the real X-Men, but they call them mutants, right? And they call the humans humans. We are who they call the mutants from the movies. We have each abilities. We can feel if somebody's out. We can feel how close they are, the distance. We can feel. We can see. We can hear. You can speak to the wind, and the wind can carry a message. Like right now, no matter where anybody at, if they have that gift and they're outside, the wind will deliver the message. Like some people use birds, right, back in the days, and they will write a note and give it to the bird, and the bird will take it and drop it off somewhere or collect money or some shit like that, right? Y'all ever saw that? Same thing with the wind. Once the wind loves you enough, or you got a relationship with the wind, or the sun, or the moon, they all have special abilities to us in this giant ass fish tank. Even the Heavenly Father, when you develop a special relationship, and it's true that we have all been taught lies for a very long time. There's a lot of lies, but that doesn't mean that everything we know and learn is a lie. But there are a lot of them, a lot, and I see why. Because they don't want you to tap into your powers, you know, those kind of powers you may, or you can learn, and I think isolating will make it worse, because then you don't, you know, there's some people like to show their powers in public and all that, and there's as humans, man, we are special. And I just backed up a little bit because, as you know, they sending some more people this way. But I think that was that Chinese girl that I spoke to earlier who said she was going to meet her friend. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I just felt like talking with y'all a little bit, but that's weird, right? We could speak, I could speak to, not saying me, but let me just say this. As a human, when you learn certain powers, you can speak to the wind right now, right? And the wind will take your message. Really, it'll take your message to any country, anywhere in the world, and deliver it. It'll blow on the person you want to send a message to, or people. And if they can understand wind, they would understand. It would be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird, like when people have that ability, they can talk to each other through the wind, or even mentally, no matter how far they are. It's like speaking to a walkie-talkie, a radio that goes miles, yo. It's the same thing. You could do that without that. That's how you think that they can do that, right? You could take a walkie-talkie and speak to somebody from all the way in Florida somewhere through a walkie-talkie. How did you think that's possible? Through technology, right? Your brain is also the same technology that created that fucking walkie-talkie that can talk miles and shit like that, or a cell phone that can talk miles and shit. You can do that already with your brain without that. It's funny as shit, yo. It's a trip. People be out here talking with other people, you'll have no clue. Look, here come the men in black. Men and women in black. Hold on. Here they are. Ghostbusters! You know what I mean? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. It's just crazy. But yeah, we're about to get up out of here. Oh, they beelined it real quick. That's crazy. This is crazy. I don't know why they was just coming this way all happy go lucky, but when they seen the phone in my hand and me recording and laughing, they hit a quick U-turn. It doesn't make sense. Fuck. It looked like two girls though. One of them looked like a lesbian and the other one looked kind of straight, but they wearing their little police glasses and shit. It don't make sense why people are so afraid of the camera, yo. Well, maybe. Oh, well, it does. It does, because they could be real killers. You know what I'm saying? Like people who really do this shit for a living. You know, nobody want to be on fucking camera, especially if they done killed a lot of motherfucking people. You know, their paranoia start kicking in, and they're part of some real mob ties or some shit, or they been murking motherfuckers for real. Nigga, they gonna hide their face. You feel me? They gonna be paranoid. Like, hold on, this motherfucker recording. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It makes sense. But yeah, y'all, like I was saying, you see how the trees look? Listen, see the trees are speaking, right? The wind are using the trees to speak, and if I wanted to, I can speak back. And what y'all don't know is this tree. Let me show y'all. This tree right here that's right next to me. Well, it ain't got no leaves on it. But if I want to speak directly to that tree, I can speak to that tree. It'll hear me. But as a tree, it will not be able to speak back unless it drops a branch or something like that, and which it could. But to be able to speak to the water, and the water can relay that message all the way to the waters in China. If someone was sitting by any water in China that's connected to, well, not that water because that's fresh water, but if I go to the ocean and I speak to the real ocean, and I wanted to relay something, it'll travel all the way anywhere in the world. And if that person that I wanted to speak to was standing near the ocean at the time, it will relay that message, and it'll also save that message until that person gets near the water, and it'll relay it. And the same thing with the wind. If I speak something right now, it'll travel as far as I wanted to travel anywhere in the world, and it'll wait until that person come outside, and it'll talk to him. It's weird, right? But anyway, yeah, I keep saying I gotta get out of here, y'all. But look, I'll leave. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all beautiful people, stay safe and peace out. All right.